So, hi Nina, welcome to our show. As you said, Musa in Artspace. Here you can find the sessions where inspiration hits the artists in Barcelona, artists like you.
We're so happy to have you here, right? I mean, you're like a part of this family, of the studio, that's Artspace.
Word.
And we should be saying really, welcome home, right? Welcome home.
Welcome home?
Yeah, I mean, this is
always.
kind of...
This feels like home.
Really?
Yeah.
And for those of you who want to know a little bit more about who Nina is an inspiring singer-songwriter based in Barcelona. She defines herself as a silence lover. You'll have to explain a little bit more about that. She also considers herself to be a wild and powerful Aquarius, Taurus rising. I believe that's important too. And you are also kind of this survival of this new era of music.
Yes.
But you are presenting today this new phase called Nine. So what does it take for Nine to come to existence?
It takes like a lot of transformation moment in my life, like a huge transformation, and a need of doing a reset in my life. So a lot of people came to me and start like saying Nine. I don't know why, instead of nine, Nine. And I really like it because it sounds like niña in Spanish. So I started saying Nine, and I'm experiencing like new sounds. So I like it, yeah. It's like a new phase in my career.
So isn't catharsis a key point on an artist's career, we could say?
It is. Not for every artist, but for me it has been like a huge thing these past 2 years. Especially when you feel under pressure and you want to step out of your comfort zone, you need catharsis in order to grow as a person too. But if you really seek to level up as a performer, singer, whatever, you know, like in your art, I think you need catharsis. It's like a tower moment where everything falls off so you can like build up a better foundation for the new level in your life. You know?
The new you.
Yeah, the new you.
You said that not everyone does that. Like, not every artist has this moment. Do you think that not every artist has this moment, or not every artist uses this moment?
Not every artist has this moment. I think a lot of people rather stay in the same mental and artistic phase or all their lives instead of trying something new because they're afraid of change and transformation. And something that represents my number, which is 9, it's my favorite number, represents transformation. So, yeah,
Okay.
I'm not afraid of that.
We have to ask you then, why?
Why 9?
Why 9?
Because I grew up in Poblenou. And
Okay.
Catalan,
In
no
Catalan, no,
means
9,
9.
yeah.
And basically I was a little girl and I was like, Laura, and I changed it into Lauren, trying to make it like more American, something like that, because I used to listen like a lot of rappers from there. And I was like, yeah, what else, you know? And I saw the number 9 and I put 9.
Okay, marvelous.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have something prepared for you, right?
Yes, some little present.
Yes, okay, here you go.
This one for me?
Yeah.
It's gonna make me cry.
3,
2,
2, 1.
one.
Let's jam. Okay. Everyone in the audience, you can see that?
Who's that girl?
And now for you.
Oh.
I was afraid I had it upside down, actually. I was like, am I showing it upside down? Because the faces of the people were like, really? Why are you showing me?
Where's that?
Okay, so yeah.
Yeah, we were wondering what made this girl choose music and art as her career. Because we definitely can see that you had special relationship with your grandpa, right?
And he kind of told you, I was told he told you how to play the saxophone, more or less. So, and we're kind of looking for that defining moment where you understood that music would forever be this part of who you are right now. Like, did you know when you were that young, when you were that little? Or is it something that you understood when you were a bit older?
I still don't understand it. I mean, I'm making music because it's a need to find myself more than just the need to make music as a creation. So it's self-expression. And since I was a little girl, I was always like doing a lot of things all the time, and a lot of creative things too. And my grandpa used to play like a lot of jazz music in my house, and he was like, I love the saxophone. And I don't know why I love challenges. I love when people put challenges in my face. And I was like, I'm about to learn how to play the saxophone. And that was the journey, not because I fell in love with the saxophone, but because of my grandpa.
Oh, so he teased you with that. He's like,
Yeah, somehow.
he was praising so much the saxophone players.
Yeah,
and,
I was like, yeah, I'm about to learn how to play a saxophone.
okay.
You know? Like,
I'm gonna give it to you in your face.
Yeah.
I'll be able to do it. And and what about jazz then? You're a jazz fan? There's there.
I love jazz music, but I don't know in which moment in my life hip hop came into my life, and hip hop has a lot of jazz samples and all that. So I fell in love with that mix of the new expression in that moment with the jazz, which is something that always goes like parallel. But I don't know, I always wanted to say things, so hip hop was there for me.
And what about your grandpa? Like, you chose those two pictures. Was he of much relevance in your life?
Happy moments, really pure moments and full of happiness. Like, I just remember being a wild kid all the time in the sea, playing around with a lot of people and not really being bothered by nothing. And it was like, there was like a lot of nature there too, so it's so different from Barcelona. There's like a big piece of me.
Amazing. Want to carry on with some more questions for you?
Yes, yes. Everything was super interesting, obviously, but we want to dive a little bit deeper into what inspires you, right? Because
Yeah, definitely.
to some artists, it could be drugs, bad breakups, or I don't know, something as simple as the smell of coffee in the mornings, you know?
Whatever.
So what triggers your creativity? Yeah, that's probably what we
I
want to-
mean, I gotta say that losing control helps a lot. Like moments of relief, of maybe you go out and you drink alcohol, maybe you smoke weed with a good friend, and you just let go, and whatever happens, happens, and that creates a lot of music for me and a lot of moments that I can relate to, because I can connect more with my emotions. But I will say dancing, because I love dancing.
Okay, nice.
I like to say that I like to dance my pain away, and I love dancing.
What music? Any kind of music or?
I love like 70s, 80s disco music.
Amazing. Without that too.
I love it. And any type of music, but I love that music. And not really bad breakups. Like at the end, all
But
the
good breakups. Only good breakups.
A love
for you.
story.
does that exist?
Yeah, of course.
I don't know.
You'll have one eventually, don't worry.
Maybe. But I will say that when I speak about relationships, I always speak about my relationship with myself. But it seems like I'm speaking about a guy. So
Nice. Then it's perfect because next question would go in that direction. Because we want to know, like, do you kind of miss the existence of a message in urban style music? Because we're saying that because if you analyze more or less things that appear to be, you know, more or less hip nowadays, right? You see that lyrics in music appear as a marketing platform, right? I mean, you know, people are talking about how cool it is to dress this or that brand, or to, you know, to drive this or that car or whatever. You know, do you miss that people would speak more about what you do? I mean, what you are talking, your own relationship with yourself, your self-growth, or am I just talking nonsense here?
there's a lot of ways you can speak about your relationship with yourself. It can be through the clothes you're buying. You know, it doesn't have to be like, because I'm feeling this and this is my relationship with myself. And you have a lot of ways to speak about that. Like, for example, the songs I'm about to be performing today, they talk about my relationship with myself and moments that I lived. But maybe they seem like more superficial themes, but we need the superficial and the deep things too. But that it sounds superficial, it doesn't mean that it's superficial at the end of the day, because maybe you're letting go like a deep emotion in that song. I know it sounds like a little bit mixed up, but for me it represents that.
And how come can a listener or the audience understand that? Like through what you're saying, he can relate to, oh yes, I mean, she is changing her external self, so she must have undergone some sort of internal, struggle or something.
I think it's important not only for the artist to explain itself out of music with interviews or all that, but for the audience to go beyond what they see. You know, like search, ask, dig deeper, not staying whatever comes because of this video and this advertising and all these type of things. Now it's something that happens a lot, but places like this, for example, helps artists like me be like, yeah, I did 3 songs that talk about dancing, but they represent deeper.
Oh, we're doing a good job. Thank you. Yes.
Congrats.
We're happy. Thank you so much. So now time for a song, right?
Well, actually, I was thinking about like, with all the things you were talking about, how does one keep mental stability in this industry?
Good.
I was thinking about that question, so I wanted to share with you.
Yeah, amazing.
I think that the hardest thing is to find safe places where you can express the way you feel. Because it's a tough industry with a lot of ups and downs. Being an artist represents that, you know, ups and downs. But to keep mental sanity inside the music industry, I think it's to find like good company and people who relate to you, and finding places and things that keep you grounded. Because artists, we tend to be in our imaginary, you know, emotional world, and sometimes we need to, hey,
Get grounded.
here, you know, yeah.
Here we are.
Yeah, I think so.